Welcome back to the channel. In this video I want to show you how you can grow a very small size account and grow it to a very big account. Here I'm on my trading platform, which is Bybit. You can find the link in the description of this video. If I go to my assets, you can see I have over $6,000. Most of you won't believe you if I told you that we started this trading challenge on this specific account with just $66. Let me show you the evidence. I'm gonna come here to my trading community. Again, this is our trading community that you can join for absolutely free, where we drop our signals and basically all the trading ideas. Shout out to everybody who is now a member of this trading community. I really appreciate you guys for coming in here and being part of this massive community, and it's absolutely free. The goal here is to teach you everything we know about trading and also make you a better trader. So let's get started with today's video, where I want to show you this very small account where it started. As you can see right now, we are over $6,000, but let's get to the beginning. I'm going to come to trading challenge. I'm going to click on that. A few months ago, I published this. I said, I want us to start trading this challenge, and we're going to deposit $60 and turn it to $10,000. Now, most of you thought that was impossible, but most of you that are part of our Discord, because you already know what we're doing, you knew for a fact that this was possible. In fact, I'll show you later. Most of you guys were saying we can achieve this in 3 months. Let's now look at the beginning. I'm going to click on this, and you can see here the amount that got deposited on this day was $66.54. So that's the amount that we deposited on the platform, and I want you to take advantage, or rather I want you to pay attention to the date. This is more or less like 4-5 months ago by now. Again, I'm recording these videos very late, so you can see here we started this account with $66, and now at the time of posting this screenshot we had $226. Again guys, in this video I'm going to show you the strategy that I'm using to grow a very small account, and I want to say that even if you can achieve 10% of this, if you can achieve that, then perhaps you should be looking into something called prop firms. Try to get funded, because you can use that $66 or $50 to buy a trading challenge and try to pass the challenge, and then get funded with, let's say, $25,000 or $50,000, and you can double that up and actually get to $100,000 to even $200,000. That's just based on how much you are experienced as a trader. And if you're following our signals, you can actually copy our signals, use them on the prop firm depending on the asset class that you're trading. So you can see that here I told you guys that we now move from $66 to $200 to over $200, and indeed this is here on the screenshot. Let's come down here, and obviously in this video we also want to talk about the risk that is associated with growing a small size account, because in the beginning you're just depositing $60 or $50, and if you lost that, basically there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you have nothing to lose. It's just $60. But as you can see, as we gradually grow the account, that becomes more challenging, because you don't want to reset, you don't want to go back to zero, right? So the strategies that we're using here and the asset that we're actually trading are high volatile assets, which makes us money very fast, but also you can lose money very quickly trading those assets. That's one thing that I wanted to show you guys, or rather I wanted to discuss when it comes to this money and risk management of this trading challenge. Because if you're trading BTC, USD, then you're not going to be making much money unless you're using high leverage. For example, we've got a course that's coming up also here on the channel, where I'm going to be showing you guys how I trade with high leverage. But while we're still there, this is one member of our Discord. You can see he's making over $600, or rather over 600% on a single trade. So it is very much possible to grow a small size account, because if you're making that amount of percentage, you can see that you can end up making a lot of money. So let's come back here to a trading challenge, right? And here we can see that obviously every trade that we're posting, or rather that we take, we did post it here on the channel. And then as the account is growing, you can see from 200, let's just go to this previous one, from 226 to now 240. So sometimes you take small gains, you can see 241, and again if you're part of our Discord, you can, by the way, just join our Discord. I'll leave the link in the description of this video. You just have to sign up with Bybit and obviously fund your account, provide us with your KYC. Now you can see once we get over $500, the account will grow faster, because obviously we're compounding and the trades that we take in the future are much bigger than the trades that we take in the beginning. So if we come down here, you can see that every time we took the trade, we did post it here, and you can see every time I shorted here and I exit here, I got long here, I exit here. By the way, if you watched the video that we published yesterday, I was actually showing you live trades of this very same account. So in this video, I'm going to show you a few clips of me closing maybe some trades, but in the video that we published yesterday, we showed you live trades. Every trade that was shown in yesterday's video was taken from this account in a very beginning of this trading journey. I'm going to leave that link in the description of this video so that you guys can go and watch it. And this right here is that video. The first video here is the very same video that we're talking about. It's about 30 minutes long, but it shows you live trades and it actually explains the strategies that we're actually using to grow this account. Now you can see from here that now we are at $374, and again you can see the percentage or all the trades that we're actually locking in. You can see the amount of money that we're closing per trade. In fact, on that video that we showed you yesterday, I showed you closing this trade live. As you can see that obviously we closed that in profit, and this is the trade that we're actually talking about, this one here, the last trade here. So you can see that we're now gradually growing the account, and eventually the account hit over $500. Why? Because now we're able to maintain a profit over $200 per trade. So you can see this is our second $200 on a single trade, and the first one was here. This one was 213 and this one is 221. So you can see that we are now gradually growing the account, and you can also see right here, as you can see, the account just keeps going up and up, and you can see here the account now goes to $600. And again, every single trade that we take, guys, we do post it on our signals. So just come to daily signals here and click on that, and you'll be able to see all the trades that we actually take. You get all these signals for free. So that's one thing you should keep in mind, that you can join our Discord and take advantage of these signals. And you can see everyone is actually posting. This trader here went from zero, you can see from zero here, and gradually went to over 400 as well. So everybody is following along. That's the nice thing about being part of this community as well. So let's come down here. You can see now we are over $700, and this is within the same month. This is week 3, and here you can see I said we could have done better, but now we are over $700, and we started with $66. Now we're at $700 in 3 weeks. So it took about 3 weeks for us to get to $700. Again, $700 is a lot of money, guys, and taking into consideration the fact that we actually started this in 3 weeks with $60, and now we're at $700. You can see members of our community says we think we can reach $10,000 in 3 months. So you can see that as you grow the account gradually, you can actually see this becoming a reality, that as much as you keep this consistency, which is also a very difficult part, because there's a lot of pressure to you as a trader. You want to succeed very quickly. So that's one takeaway that I can also give you guys, that you need to be patient. You need to be having a trading strategy and a trading plan, and also use the right tools, the right indicators. We've got a best indicator video that's coming up on the channel, so you don't want to miss that one. We were already talking about it here on the main chat, or rather on the PNL. So let me just quickly go to that. In fact, I've got a trade that is live on my other account where I'm actually short on BTC with 100x. So I'm using that indicator, these tools here, in order for me to enter the market and basically get the right direction. I want to be explaining to you guys step by step, how do I read these tools and data in order for me to make informed decisions on the markets. So let's come back here on Trading Challenge. Now you can see that, like I said, people saying now in our group, within 3 months we can reach $10,000. Imagine how insane that is, to go from $60 and $10,000 in 3 months. It is crazy, but it's also you need to be disciplined, because if you're not disciplined, you actually lose it all. You can see now in the same month the account is now almost $1,000. almost $1,000 in less than a month. Now you can see that because we were able to grow almost to $1,000 in less than a month, in month 2 we can actually take this account to, let's say, $5,000 or $6,000 and just gradually grow it like that. So that's one thing I wanted to show you guys, that it is very possible to grow a small size account to a bigger one. But let's look at the things that you need to take into consideration. Firstly, you need to be trading a high volatile asset. So in this case, you can see the asset that we're trading is basically meme coins, right? We're trading meme coins. You can see we're trading docs. Anything is possible with these assets. That's why we were able to close. They actually move very, very, very fast. In fact, I'm gonna play you a clip here where I was showing you the amount of leverage that we're using and the fact that the market can move 20% with 10x leverage. That's 200%. So it's easy for you to make as much money as possible, but also you must be using the right trading strategy, because as much as the market can move in your favor, it can move against you, which means you're gonna lose everything. That's one thing that you need to take into consideration, guys, that you must be trading high volatile assets in the beginning. For example, now I've shown you that we've grown from $60 to almost $1,000. Once you are at $1,000, you need to be very, very cautious. So in this case, you can change the asset class that you're actually trading. If you look at the trades that I'm taking here, I'm actually on a trade on BTC. This trade is currently losing at -6%, but I'm not really worried about that because I'm just using a portion of my margin at this stage. I can always scale it up. In fact, I strongly believe that it's gonna go down based on the elements that I'm going to be showing you guys in the next video with regards to the tools that I'm using. If I can just give you a sneak peek, what I'm looking at here is this liquidation heat map, because I strongly believe at 97,000, that's the highest we can go, and then the market makers will go and grab that liquidity. Then eventually the market should come down to 96, eventually 94,000, and that's when I'm going to take profit on this trade. In fact, I already set my take profit here at around $93,000 or $94,000. So again, I'm just gradually taking profit here. As you can see, that will net me around $200 because I'm not risking my entire account. I'm just risking a portion, but I can also scale this, which means I can now end up making $500 on that single trade. But also, because now I'm trading a very matured asset class, this is BTC USD. I'm no longer trading those meme coins, because meme coin, you can make a lot of money in 1 week, but the next week you can lose the entire amount. So in the beginning, you want to make sure that you're trading a very volatile asset class, and then once you've grown your account to even $500, then you must start to be cautious, because you don't want to reset and go back to zero, as you're going to be using a little bit higher leverage in the beginning because you want to grow faster. But once you got to 1,000, like I showed you guys here, once you are now at the point where you have $600 or even $1,000, as I was showing you guys here, you want to make sure that you protect this profit. It is very imperative that you protect your profit so that you can gradually grow over time rather than resetting. That's one thing that I wanted to show you guys, that it is extremely important to choose your asset class wisely from the beginning, and then later on you also need to understand where you are and understand that you are not at a point where you can afford to lose the money that you have. Moving from $60 to $1,000 and then resetting it back, it's gonna really affect your mindset as a trader. So it's very important to apply also money and risk management. Apply your stop loss. In the video that I published yesterday, we're going to talk about a stop loss. Quickly, I'm going to go to that clip so that you understand how to apply your stop loss so that you are always in profits as well. Here's that clip. So you can see that's what I've been doing here, scaling this trade so that I can make as much money as possible when the market is moving in my direction. In fact, from the time of taking this trade, it has actually been moving in my direction. So what we can do now, if you want to limit the risk, you can always put a stop loss. Let's say, for example, let's bring this here. So let's bring this here. You can always put your stop loss here, which means that your stop loss is going to be in profit. You're not going to be making as much money, but you're also not going to be losing anything. You can see that is a little bit far down now because the market is a little bit bullish at this moment. So that's how you can trade safely. In this case, you're going to be protecting your margin. You're not going to be losing anything, but if the market moves in your direction, you're actually making more money. So let's move that out of the way, because I want to show you this first trade that we took here on this trading pair. So now that you understand also how to apply your stop loss, you know the asset class that you should be trading, how to apply money and risk management, applying your stop loss, and also which asset class you should be trading when the account becomes matured, when you make a little bit of money like we did here. So that is how you grow a small account, guys. This challenge, we did pause it within our channel. We're gonna bring it back, and if you want to be part of it, you can just deposit $50 or $100 and take advantage of these signals that we're dropping on our channel. That challenge is coming up, and we're gonna be giving signals for each and every trade that we're taking. If you want to be part of that, just go in the description of this video and then find the link to Bybit, sign up and open up your account with Bybit, then fund your account and obviously send us your UID using our WhatsApp line. We'll then send you a dedicated link. You can see here, these are links that we send to each and every one of you that want to be part of our Discord, and it's all absolutely free. So make sure that you use the link to Bybit in the description of this video and take advantage of this. And obviously we're giving you all this information for absolutely free, so make sure that you smash the like button, subscribe to this channel, turn on your notifications so that you are alerted whenever we upload a new video here on YouTube. My name is @VusiDesigner. I'll see you guys on the next video, and goodbye for now. Bye bye. Peace.